Hi everybody, it's Penny here on Friday, September the 10th. It is also day 24 of Raw Food Rehab's Living on Liquids. And I know there's a number of you out there who are hanging tough. You're juice fasting, juice feasting, or you may just be living on a variety of different kinds of raw and living food liquids. So I thought it would be a really good idea to go ahead and film one more juicy episode of Foodie Friday. If you're paying attention to the main headline forum at Raw Food Rehab, you most likely saw that I put up a discussion thread earlier this week. I think it was on Wednesday. It is a review of Brendan Brazier's new book, Thrive Foods. I really have loved all of Brendan's books. This one I particularly like because it's chock full of awesome recipes. And no, they're not all 100% raw, but they're very raw food friendly. They're all plant-based and they're really super high in nutrient density. So for a family like mine, we're a blended family, we have me who is very high raw, then we have my husband who's becoming more and more interested in eating a primarily plant-based diet, which is very exciting. But he's not really ready to give up all of his cooked food yet, and I'm okay with that. But that means that I have to get creative and be able to cook in a healthy manner for him. So this book is ideal for families like mine. I know a lot of you are out there, but I want to make a couple of liquid recipes from his drink section today. For those of you who are juice fasting and juice feasting, when the day comes when you're ready to begin to break your fast, one of the best ways that I know of to do that is to begin to drink smoothies. So you're really slowly transitioning from the juices into adding more fiber back in. So one of Brendan's drinks looked particularly interesting to me, the coconut mango yellow curry smoothie. Sounds really interesting. I've never had curry in a smoothie before, but it says this about the drink. Straight up delicious with anti-inflammation properties as a bonus from the curry. And there's only 1/8 of a teaspoon of curry in it. So I think we should make it and check it out and see what we think. It's also on the menu at the Thrive Juice Bar in Waterloo, Ontario, if you live in that area. Okay, the next and final drink I'm going to make is one that I'm very interested and intrigued. It's going to be a first time for me. Have you ever heard of the sacha inchi? Sacha inchi. You just try to say it. I mean, I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly or not. Sacha inchi nut. It's actually a seed. And, well, let me just tell you a little bit about it. This seed, have you heard of it? Have you tasted it before? Here's what Brendan has to say about it. It is a green star-shaped fruit that yields a highly nutritious seed. The sacha inchi plant is native to the Peruvian Amazon. It's also known as the Incan peanut. The seed has several health properties, including highly digestible protein, which is always good. It has high levels of the amino acid tryptophan, which makes the seed a natural mood enhancer and lowers the risk of brain chemistry imbalances and depression. Who doesn't want that, right? I'm sure my husband would probably be real happy that I'm getting ready to make this. An exceptionally good source of omega-3 and omega-6 essential fatty acids. Sacha inchi is, I'm really bludgeoning this name, Sacha inchi is among the most concentrated sources of omega-3 in the plant kingdom, coming in at 48% by volume. It's also high in vitamin A and E, and it is very rich in antioxidants. Who knew? I didn't. So what we're going to do with that, I have some of these fabulous seeds soaking right now in my raw food kitchen. So let's go in and start with that. We are going to make sacha inchi milk. Come on, let's go do it. When I first read about this sacha inchi seed, I wasn't really sure if my local health food store would have it, so I was delighted to find it this morning at Whole Foods. And here's what it looks like. At least this is the package that I found. They were all sold out of the larger package, but this is almost like a little travel size pack. And the brand is Savvy Seed. And there they are. This is what they look like. I soaked a cup and a half of the seeds, and they're still a little crunchy, a little softer. I've only had them soaking for maybe 45 minutes. Really kind of mild. Tastes kind of like a peanut. Really good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add this cup and a half of sacha inchi seeds along with 3 dates. I pitted them and soaked them for about the same amount of time just to make them blend just a little bit easier. And I'm going to add 2.5 cups of water to this and a tablespoon each of raw carob and raw cacao. If you're staying away from cacao, then just do all carob or just omit it altogether and just have a regular sweet milk. The dates are going to make it a little bit sweet, but I was kind of in the mood for a little chocolate sensation. You could definitely probably add vanilla to this as well, but let's put that in the blender and see how it tastes. Okay, I've got it all blended up. Now, in the recipe, Brendan did not indicate anything about straining the milk. I know for me personally, like when I make almond milk or any kind of nut milk, I prefer it to be strained. So I've done that. I have just poured the milk into this fine mesh strainer. If you have a nut milk bag, that would work just as well. I'm kind of in the process of doing it right now. There is some of the yummy pulp that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet, but I'm not going to throw that out. It's going to be made into something. But here is the sacha inchi milk, and let's have a taste. Let's see what we think about it. It's just delicious. Probably have a milk mustache now. Oh yeah. I really like it. And I don't even really know exactly how to describe it to you. You're just going to have to try it for yourself. If your local health food store does not carry the sacha inchi, however you say it, seed, you can go to savvyseed.com, S-A-V-I, seed.com. You can read all about it, get more details than I've given you, but I think you ought to check it out. I have my blender craft all rinsed and cleaned out, so I'm ready to make the coconut mango yellow curry smoothie. That's on page 132 of Brendan's book. Now, I'm making a few pennifications on this recipe, and I'll tell you about those as I go along. But the first recipe on the list is 1/2 cup of frozen mango. So added a little bit extra in there. Sorry about being such a one-armed camera woman, but we do the best we can. So that, the juice of 1 orange, it calls for 1/2 teaspoon of lime juice, and I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm happy with that. 1/8 teaspoon of yellow curry powder. Just a little tiny bit. Just a bit. 2 teaspoons of blue agave. Now I know some of you all are anti-agave, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, don't worry about it. We're not going to die, but you can definitely substitute honey or coconut aminos or stevia. Do the sweetener that you're most comfortable with. I happen to have some raw agave nectar, so let's do 2 teaspoons. That's enough for me. And then the next thing calls for 1/4 cup of rice milk. Well, I don't have rice milk. I'm not a real big rice milk drinker. So what I'm going to do is substitute hemp seeds. Yep, I love the hemp seeds. And now it calls for 2 ounces of organic pure mango juice. I've never even known that you could have mango juice. Mangoes are so fibrous, so I don't know where to get that, and I'm not going to try to create that. So the next one is 1/3 cup of coconut water. So I'm adding more like 2/3 to almost a cup of coconut water. Sorry. Those are the pinifications that I have done on this recipe, and let's blend that up. I'm thinking that's going to taste very yummy. Okay, we've got it all deliciously smooth and creamy. Let's pour it into a glass. Fabulous. I already have a good feeling about this drink. Okay, let's taste it. Ready? Mother's milk. Mother's milk. I am telling you, okay. That's insanely good. That may be one of my new favorite drinks. I have really enjoyed doing these reviews on these books, and I mean, I probably would never make that recipe necessarily, except I wanted to give you all something a little interesting and different. I'm so glad that I made both of them. Just amazing. So good. I'm going to have to polish that off. Well, I've done my best to wipe off my mango coconut curry mustache. Guys, that's just so much fun to put together these episodes of Foodie Friday for you. Last week, we made a couple of really amazing recipes out of Philip McCluskey's newly re-released ebook. It's also in a hard copy as well, but we are giving away 2 copies of the ebook Raw Food Juice Bar. He has been so generous to offer 2 free copies to the Raw Food Rehab community. And this morning, well actually it was about 45 minutes ago, I drew the names of 2 lucky winners. So if you're one of the winners, I need for you to message me your email address, and Philip is going to send you your copy of Raw Food Juice Bar. And the 2 winners are, drumroll, Libby Corson and Kathy Peterman. You both won a copy. Congratulations, ladies. Well, if you liked today's episode of Foodie Friday and you're interested in Brendan Brazier's book, there's a link underneath this video. You can just go check it out. You can also tune back in here next week during our monthly roll call thread that we do every month here at Raw Food Rehab. I'm going to be giving away a couple of copies of Thrive Foods, just because I think that it's a book for your library that you should have. It's a great resource, and it helps you to add more really super high nutrient dense plant-based foods. And it's just chock full of education, a very enlightening read, so I highly encourage it. Big thanks to you, Philip McCluskey. We love you here at Raw Food Rehab. You are well thought of, highly respected, and a very dear friend of mine. And I will look forward to seeing you hopefully soon. I love all of you all. We'll be back again next week. Actually, be sure to tune in Monday, because I have a very special announcement coming in via video next Monday. So you'll want to be sure to be tuned in. See you soon. Bye.